Astrax Lunar City started in 2007, when we began purchasing lunar land from the US-based Lunar Embassy together with various enterprises. What makes this initiative unique is that it promotes lunar development not as a national project, but through the efforts of companies and ordinary citizens. It is not just a conceptual urban vision, but a social experiment toward a future space society. Unlike national space programs, Astrax Lunar City is conceived as a project in which anyone can participate. So participants can feel that lunar development is their own undertaking. Since 2019, our activities have expanded internationally. We have presented at the International Astronautical Congress every year, joined the Moon Village Association, and taken part in the United Nations COPUOS. Through these activities, anticipating life on the Moon, we have carried out initiatives in economy, education, and cultural exchange. Even though these activities are small in scale, they serve as real demonstrations that bring the vision of a future space society closer to reality. In fact, over the years we have already presented a series of papers on Astrax Lunar City at international conferences, covering its vision, economic model, and demonstration activities. The purpose of this study is to review and analyze the growth of Astrax Lunar City so far, and to clarify the significance and challenges of our activities. We especially focus on the recent developments after 2023, the monthly citizen meetings in 2024 and 2025, the expansion of the community to about 400 enterprises, and the design of lunar-oriented services that are already impacting the terrestrial economy. Based on these outcomes, we also suggest future directions for demonstration efforts in both terrestrial and space economies. Astrax Lunar City is built around two main communities. The first is the business, where 393 enterprises share business ideas for future lunar services, while also revitalizing their businesses on Earth. The second is the Residence Club, launched in 2020, open to about 6 million lunar landowners worldwide. These two communities are connected through an address management and matching system, which enables members to provide and receive products and services. This foundation forms the basis for building service concepts and conducting economic activities envisioned for lunar life. The Astrax Lunar City Citizen Meetings began in 2017, and by July 2025 we had held 37 sessions. Since 2024, they have taken place every month in a hybrid format, enabling broad participation from Japan and abroad. These meetings are more than just discussions. They have served as the birthplace of concrete projects. For example, in 2024 the main agenda was lunar beer, which led directly to its commercialization later that year. In 2025, new topics included NFT-based land certification and residential simulation in lunar base mock-ups. From these meetings, several key outcomes emerged, including lunar beer, cultural initiatives such as line stamps, and the lunar base simulation facility. One of the most representative initiatives that emerged from the Astrax Lunar City Citizen Meetings is lunar beer. This project explored the possibility of drinking culture in a lunar environment, while also building links with terrestrial craft beer businesses. In 2024, after developing the brand concept and designing the labels, the product was released to the market. It became the first commercial product born from Astrax Lunar City, and demonstrated how an idea for lunar living could spread into terrestrial markets. Although the number of bottles has been limited, Astrax pays close attention to this project as a symbolic case. It illustrates how services envisioned for a lunar economy might spill over into Earth's economy, and why it can be seen as an entry point to the broader space economy. Astrax Lunar City has also engaged in cultural initiatives to make the concept accessible to wider communities. In 2022, line character stamps featuring the Lunar City mascot were released, and in 2025 a new set themed on lunar beer followed. In 2020 and 2021, children themselves created a kids' lunar city in Minecraft. This bottom-up initiative provided a playful way for young generations to imagine lunar society, and it showed how the concept can inspire creativity beyond formal projects. In addition, conceptual designs and plans for lunar cities in metaverse spaces have been considered, although these remain at the idea stage. Such cultural activities broaden awareness of Lunar City and also pave the way toward real demonstration sites, such as future simulation facilities in Japan. In 2024, a prototype of the Astrax Lunar City simulation facility was completed in Japan. In early 2025, we carried out technical verifications, such as dome redeployment and repair tests for damaged sections. These experiments addressed the real challenges of maintaining lunar structures. In the summer of 2025, we conducted a one-night residential simulation. Participants lived inside the facility overnight, testing daily living rhythms and basic resource management such as air, water, and energy use. Even within this short period, we were able to begin accumulating essential knowledge for future lunar habitation. These results show how Earth-based simulation facilities can play an important role as stepping stones toward real lunar bases. More details are reported in our separate paper, Construction Plan of Astrax Lunar City Simulation Facility in Japan 2025. At Astrax, we see the significance of Lunar City in three aspects. First, it represents a bottom-up model. Even without huge capital or advanced technology, people can find pathways into the space business through ideas and community. Astrax Lunar City suggests that space participation can become more open and inclusive. Second, it shows potential circulation with the terrestrial economy. Services envisioned for lunar life such as lunar beer have already begun to connect with Earth's markets, hinting at a new kind of economic cycle linking space and daily consumer life. Third, it demonstrates continuity and credibility. By 2025, we have held 37 citizen meetings with 393 companies involved. This steady growth indicates that the community can provide a reliable foundation for future cooperation in space development. From these points, we believe Astrax Lunar City offers an early model of how a private sector-led space economy could take shape. As of 2025, Astrax Lunar City has evolved into a model that links social experiments for building a future lunar city with ripple effects on Earth's economy. Looking ahead, we see three main directions. First, the deepening of demonstration experiments. By conducting lodging simulations at the Lunar Base facility, we will continue examining essential aspects of lunar habitation such as daily rhythms and resource management. Second, the expansion of commercialization. Following lunar beer, we envision food, daily commodities, and experiential services that could ripple further into terrestrial markets. Third, strengthening international collaboration. Through ongoing dissemination at IAC and MVA, and through cooperation with private players worldwide, we aim to build an international commercial lunar city network. Based on 18 years of activities, our roadmap is clear. Short-term, we focus on simulations. Medium-term, we expand commercialization. And long-term, we seek realization of a private lunar city moving from concept to reality. Conclusion. Since 2007, Astrax Lunar City has grown as a fully private sector-led social experiment in lunar development. Recent achievements such as the citizens' meetings, the establishment of a simulation facility, and the launch of lunar beer have gone beyond mere concepts, creating tangible links with the terrestrial economy. This shows a new model of cultivating a space economy driven by private initiative. The continuity and expansion of our community have built a reliable foundation for future lunar cities. Looking forward, Astrax will steadily continue activities, sustaining the citizens' meetings, expanding to over 400 participating companies, utilizing the simulation facility, and broadening distribution channels for lunar beer. And finally, let me close with our vision. From concept to reality. Together, we build the future lunar city.